All right, Shalom. Want to start by saying, call law, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the Pause of Israel, aka the Pause of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, I have to wait for a little bit to get my tablet back online, but I wanted to bring out an article. Well, I wanted to bring out, I guess, a couple of key notes from Trump's inauguration speech yesterday, because as you know, if you didn't know, Donald Trump, the American president, with a now president-elect, inaugurated president, just got inaugurated officially yesterday on January 20th, 2025, Donald J. Trump. And he said a few interesting things, but he said something along the effect of, basically he said that he's going to stop all the wars in the world. All right, he's going to stop all the wars, and he basically said he's going to bring peace on earth. And he said he's going to stop all wars in the world. He talked about the Russia-Ukraine, the Gaza, and them small hats. He said he's going to stop it all. Now, obviously, we know he's not. But it's going to show the pride and like what they think, what he thinks, what he's wanting Americans to think that he's capable of doing, which is, he did the same thing all these other elected officials do, man. They talk a bunch of bullshit, and then as time goes on, they do things not according to what they said it was going to do from prior to getting elected. All right, and that's it. He ain't going to change it. Now, what I will say with Donald Trump, what he's doing is he is stirring up some shit. You know what I'm saying? He's doing some things. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about what he talk about? He talk about dismembering or basically, I think America not being part of the WHO. He talk about doing a lot of things in NATO. He talk about doing a lot. He talk about the whole thing with the deportation. What else he talking about? He talking about the basically bringing jobs back to America, bringing manufacturing back into America. You know what I'm saying? Talk about taxing these other countries, nations that profit off of America. What else he talking about? He talking about a whole lot of things, man. And it just showed the pompous of the spirit of America, that American pride, that Edomite pride, because Edomite pride fuels from America. But I want to hold up, go to what sparked this on. This is the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 2. And where was it at? Okay, yeah. So this is the book of Isaiah chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 2. Now obviously it says the C word, Christ, but we know that as Yahawashi. It says, and it's Isaiah the second chapter, the second verse. It said, but the caption of the second chapter, beginning of the second chapter, says, Isaiah prophesies the coming of Yahawashi's kingdom. Now, what did Yahawashi say in the book of Luke? He said what? To the Psalms and the prophets concerning me. Yahawashi comes in the volume of the book. Everything is revolving around Yahawashi. That's how Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, set it up. That everything was to be given unto his dear son. So that's the earth, especially the earth. He got some domain over there. He got a lot of domain in the heavens. But it says that Isaiah prophesies the coming of Yahawashi's kingdom. Now, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 2. Matter of fact, start at verse 1. It said the word that Isaiah son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it says in verse 2, it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days, which we're in right now. It shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Now, the way Trump was talking, he making sense that could apply to him or apply to America. Oh, America's about to go into its golden age or golden era. One of the words he says about to be golden. You have these Edomites, all these Edomites talking about, we're back. We took our country back. No. There's just the Lord puffing y'all up for the destruction to bring you down. Same thing he did to Egypt. Same thing he did to Pharaoh. He puffs people up and then brings them down. And it goes into it. So read that again. So it's Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2, and it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days, which we're in right now, that the mountains of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. What? Governments. So Yahawashi is coming to the earth to inflict his government, a righteous government. Shalom, shalom, a righteous government. That's what Yahawashi, who the world called Jesus Christ, is about to come and do. So that means that where does America fit in that? Where does America fit in that program? No, that means America's going to be destroyed. Because America, it's like I said, once was a golden cup in the Lord's hand, but now the Lord is done with America. Now the Lord is done with Esau. Because why? Our punishment is accomplished. Now it's time for these Edomites. Now it's time for these other nations. They're about to experience captivity under the nation of Israel. Because Yahawashi is coming to deliver what? The nation of Israel, starting with the elect. So as all this goes on, they talk about making America great again. Now that he's in office, they thinking you would think their kingdom just started. But here they about to actually meet their end. And Donald Trump knows it. These elites know it. All the people know, except for the Americans that think that Donald Trump is really going to make America that country that it once was centuries ago. It's gonna go back to that whole like that whole Jake being scared, looking down, and not looking at motherfuckers in the eyes, crossing the street when an Edomite walk past. These Edomites fucking lying and then having Jake's killed. No, they still do that every now and again. But at the end of the day, the Lord already has his names back on the earth. The Lord already has his prophets woken up. The Lord almost has his whole elect woken up. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3, and it says, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law. What law is that? The law, statutes, commandments of who? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh. The law, statutes, commandments that he's going to put in the inward parts of the nation of Israel. When Yahawashi comes back. Once that great change comes for the elect, they're changed into those heavenly bodies. Where does America fit in that? America's going to be destroyed. That's what Yahawashi is coming to do. He's come to destroy America. So they could let them enjoy this. Like I say, yo, y'all should enjoy. Y'all should enjoy it. Matter of fact, hold up. I'm gonna come back to Isaiah. I'm gonna get a quick precept. Oops, I can pass it. Lamentations chapter 4. Oops. Lamentations. Hold up. Chapter 4. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 17 because you have in Israel the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You heard what Trump said. He said, talked about the black vote and the Hispanic vote. I look forward to working with you guys. He got a lot of Jake votes. Because they're like, oh yeah, because he the one, he was in office, he was the one that had given up the stimulus checks. They think that Biden did such a crummy job. They think that, Trump was a better option this go around. But little do they know that Trump is about to just steal the bidding of the elites. Same thing that Biden did. Same thing that Obama did. Same thing that Bush did. Same thing as Clinton did and all these other presidents. All these other presidents do the bidding of the elites. And if they go against the grain, they get a cap in their ass. That's how it goes. But ultimately, what? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh BAHASHAM, is about to take Esau out of rulership. Because in this same chapter, he talks about bringing the lofty down. Not Lamentations, well, actually it says in Lamentations, but the book of Isaiah I was reading before, the 2nd chapter. All right? It says, as for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. That's what Jake be doing. They be looking to any other nation except their own savior, Yahawashi, to save them. They think that Trump is going to be better for them. Because they see what Biden did. They think Trump is going to do better. But here, look at the spirit that Trump is bringing out in these Edomites. How do you think society is going to be as time goes on and these Edomites getting more and more prouder and more bolder with their ignorance and their pride and their racism? Now, granted, you got Jake that ain't really up for the bullshit no more, but at the end of the day, Esau's still feeling like, that's why I say we're back. The turnout was crazy. The whole thing when the inauguration last night, all the red hats, all the Trump, even after he won the election, you seen all the Trump banners and the Trump on the cars, bumper stickers. You see how Edomites swagger changed. You saw their demeanor changed, their spirit changed. They got back in more into their desegregated bag. Now, granted, you got Edomites. They don't care about, like, all right, we could be desegregated and all that. But at the end of the day, Esau just wasn't to where, like, we're the top nation. We have our privilege back on again at a high altitude. But that's why the Lord got them in a trick bag. See, they thinking they kingdom just started. Oh, now we can go. We're back. You're back to what? Trump is about to bring out the new system. He's about to bring out the MOTB. And along with all these other things, you still got all this World War III stuff happening. But continuing on, nation I can say, verse 18, it said, they hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. What? Jacob's trouble is coming. Speaking of Jacob's trouble, what do you think is going to happen as these Edomites start to get more and more inflamed with their new president, with their new Nero? With the rich man, but he's more like a common man. You see the spirit that Trump brings out in these Edomites, man. The first term and definitely the second term he about to do. Now, we don't know how long we're going to be here, but if we're here the regular whatever, he's supposed to be there for 4 years. But a lot could happen in 4 years. I mean, the whole emic happened in 4 years. They about to bring in a whole new system. It's about to be more jobs going to get cut, more businesses are going to shut down. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be worse because remember, as time goes on, we're still getting closer to the end of Esau's kingdom. No matter who's in office. It could have been Trump. It could have been Biden. It could have been Harris, Obama. It don't matter. Whoever's in the presidential office, America is still going to be destroyed by Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, the God of Jacob, the God of the scriptures. The one true living God. Because America, sure enough, is the daughter of Babylon, which aren't to be destroyed. All right? But continuing on, it says, Lamentations chapter 4, verse 19, it says, Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They lay wait for us in the wilderness. And that's why you had Trump talking about all that on a black vote, a Hispanic vote, a deportation, but the ones that's here to be under Esau, to be under the Edomites, to be in your place. Know your place, boy. That's what they want to get. That's what he's enraging in these regular Edomites, man, so-called white people. They might not be the most belligerent racists, but at the end of the day, he's put it to where like Donald Trump is put it to where like these Edomites, they feel like he's putting them back on the top pedestal, so that they're the superior race on this land and in this earth. But especially here in America. But at the end of the day, Trump might bring a lot of stuff. He might bring in the beast hating the whore, because he told me he wanted to shake up things in NATO. He told me he might not continue to support Ukraine against Russia. He talked about tariffs against all these other countries. So like we'll see, man. Remember, it's just day one. It's day one. You know? And it's gonna be day 2. There's gonna be day 3. Then they're gonna be talking about day 100. And that's how they do. Oh, here's where it gets good. So, and this, here's the point of these last 2 verses of Lamentations chapter 4. It says, Edom's impending doom. Which is who's ruling right now. Edom's impending doom. Now, everybody knows what the word doom means, right? That's a pretty simple word. Doom means destruction. Bad times coming. And it says impending, which means what? It's about to come. But it's already set in motion. The Lord is already written. So it says, Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21, and it reads, Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. And that's what they're doing right now, rejoicing and being glad. And I prefer it. That's what's better. In your pride, the Lord shall bring thee down. That's why you got these. If you look around, even in the so-called blue state I live in, man, you see nothing but Trump stuff. And state I live in, New Jersey, is supposed to be blue, mostly Democrat. But you had a lot of people this election that were Democrat that voted for Trump, because Trump is bringing that Edomite pride. It's not about the parties. It's about Edomites. And both parties are ran by Edomites. But the Republicans are bringing out the Edomites who are like, the Edomite spirits who are like, yo, we're the top guys. and women. And that's how the Lord said. That's why the Lord said, rejoice and be glad. The Lord is bringing that spirit for y'all to rejoice and be glad. They're rejoicing that Trump won. You know how much beer and alcohol and celebrating has been going on and probably going to go on for a nice little bit of time? Because he's put the spirit on these Edomites to think that everything's going to be okay now. But what did Yahawashi said? He said in Lamentation 4:21, he says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. What cup is that? What cup did it give unto us? Slavery, captivity, oppression, vexation, taxes, high cost of living prices, high food prices, high gas prices. Just functioning prices to function in his society, in his kingdom, while he just lives high on the hog. And now these Edomites, they feel like with Trump, they're getting a piece of the action of their kingdom back. But little do they know that this is all for their destruction. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 22, and it reads, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Now, speaking of which, he said daughter of Edom, right? When you had that inauguration yesterday, you had a so-called J, small hat, an Amalekite, speak. Talking about what did he say? He said something about in Jeremiah, the blessing in Jeremiah. But you know what happened? A lot of things happen in the book of Jeremiah. You have the 30th chapter that says what? All they that shall be devoured, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. Who is the main devourer of the nation of Israel? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. That's what Trump is. Trump is an Edomite. The elite are Edomites. The people that's most happy about Trump winning are Edomites. And whatever boneheaded Jakes and so-called Negroes, Latinos that think that he's going to do something in their best interests. Trump ain't even doing something for the regular Edomites' best interests. And it says, read it again. So Lamentation 4:22, and it reads, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And that's what's about to happen. That's what Esau don't understand. These regular Joe Schmo Edomites don't understand. Now, these elites understand. They know what's going on. They know who we are. And they know who they are. But these regular Edomites, these regular so-called American white people, they don't really know who they are. They don't know that they're the biblical Edomites. And the Lord said he has very, very much sauce for Esau. The Lord said, first off, he hated Esau. And you got these Edomites thinking that they just got their kingdom. That's the crazy thing. Like, we watch the celebration, these Edomites celebrating Trump being elected, being inaugurated yesterday. They're feeling real froggy, man. They in their bag. And that's how they should be. That's why the Lord said, rejoice and be glad. Oh, daughter of Edom. Daughter of Edom is what? The so-called white man. The nation of Esau. And Esau's brainchild is America. That's that strong arm. America and NATO. But you see what's going on with Esau? The kingdom is divided. You got Esau against Esau. The other nations, you got Moab going against Esau. You got Esau. Esau got a lot going on right now in America, especially the daughter of Babylon got a lot on their plate. That's why Trump is talking about doing all this stuff day one and getting right to business, because it's so much that needs to be done for them to get these plans off the ground. They got to get the whole digital currency. So they got to move quick. Now, speaking of which, moving quick. We're going to go to the, I'll drop that. Book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12, and it reads, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. And here's the point. It says, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So that's why Esau talk about, your deportation, shaking things. That's what Trump is Esau's, under the spirit of Yahawashi, because he controls both sides. But Esau, these elites, Trump is now that he's the president of so-called America, he's the forefront of Esau's plans, because everybody's going to have to follow and go through the course of what America does. whether they like it or not. Because America still is technically that golden cup. And the Lord said what? It said all the nations live deliciously off of her. That's why it says what? The nations shall wail because of her destruction. Now, granted, these other nations, they don't like America. These other countries, they don't like America, but they know they profit off of America. That's the only reason why they put up with their shit. And nobody hasn't fucking blown them off the face of the earth yet. But it's coming, though. That time is coming. That time is coming. Where the Lord is going to blow America off the face of the earth by thermonuclear destruction in the fire. He's going to send his only begotten son with Yahawashi, along with the angels and the elect, the ministers of fire. America is so fucking destroyed already. That's why they were talking about make America great again, man, because it was going down the toilet and they knew it. They felt it. They saw it. And wait till time goes on. They still going to see this place going down the toilet. Trump ain't going to stop the destruction of America. Hold up. Speaking of which, I gotta go back to Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, but stuff is now this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1, and it reads, the king's heart. Now isn't Trump a king technically? Yes, he is a king. When you go to the broad sense of the word king. Now, he don't call himself king, but a president is a form of a king or a prince. That's what he is. And now he's the king of America. Modern day Caesar, modern day whatever, all that, you know what I'm saying? But it says, Proverbs 21:1, it says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, is controlling Donald Trump. He's controlling Putin. He's controlling the president of Moab. He's controlling the president, all these presidents, all these leaders, all these princes, all these these government officials. That's what the Lord said. What? He could take over princes and principalities. The Lord controls all of this. Like people don't understand that the one true living God is controlling everybody and everything. Even you fucking devils, no matter how much you don't want to admit it, and you don't give the Lord credit. But when Yahawashi crack that sky, you're going to understand what time it is. You understand that America will never be what it once was. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the book of Isaiah. So I was reading chapter 2, verse... Okay, I think it was at verse 3, so I'm going to start at verse 3 again. So it said, this is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3, and it reads, and many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, which going to be happening in the kingdom. That's not happening with them small hats. You have them small hats talking about, they talk about giving a damn about what America's doing. You got the people that claim to be the Israelites, though the children of God, the children of Jacob, and they over here all up in America's ass. Ask America for assistance, but what about your God? Aren't you the people of the one true living power? No. That's why your power resonates with America. You're buddy with America. You got a bunch of small hats in America. Okay, go forward. It says, and we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So it says what? All the nations are going to follow after the law of what? Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi. That's not happening right now with the people that's in the land of Israel. Those are the children of Idumea. Hence Ezekiel the 36th chapter. That's the people that's in the land of Israel right now, the Edomites, which also country is what? America, Esau. The elite said the people, the powers that be, what? Edomites. For Esau, the end of the world, Jacob's beginning of it that follows. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Esau's the rulership now. So the ones calling the laws and putting everything like how it is now is Edomites. Because what they're doing, everything adverse to the Heavenly Father and his program. All right? But continuing on. Of Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4, and it says, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. And here's the point where it says, because in the title of the video says what? Trump says he's going to end all wars. But Yahawashi going to do that. All right? But it says in Isaiah 2 and 4, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So what? Remember, it says what? Isaiah prophesies the coming of what? Now, it says Christ, but we know that his name is Yahawashi. So it's Isaiah prophesying of Yahawashi's kingdom. Because that's the one who's going to do it. That's the God of Jacob, Yahawashi. That's going the representation of the Heavenly Father on the earth, along with his people, Israel. It says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So they're not going to learn war anymore. Now, being that Trump is in office, did any war stop yet? He talking about he's going to be able to stop the war of Russia and Ukraine in 24 hours. We'll see. Because all the will of Yahweh BAHASHAM Yahawashi. And the Lord said the third woe coming quickly. So you might have a time where they talk about all this ceasefire and all this shit. But here you got Amalek violating it every day. They talk about they're supposed to cease fire. They're going to stop fighting for a time. But what? Amalek is violating it left and right. They just killed a kid I think they even killed an adult. The adult they're trying to get the kid. They sniped him, if I'm not mistaken. But they definitely killed a little Palestinian kid. Unalived him. They mean to tell me that it said nation shall learn war no more and lift up sword. Why the nation still talk about going to war with even though you got some people in the land of Israel claiming to be those people? They're not fitting the prophecy of those people, though. Not the real ones. That's why the Lord is having this war continue. This war is not going to stop. No matter what Trump says. He's just talking. Making things sound good. He ain't going to stop this war. He's going to further the war. You thought Biden was bad. Look what Trump is going to be pushing according to. He's going to have to further it anyway. Yeah. So I'm gonna jump down because verse 6 to 9 goes into something else. So I'm gonna jump to verse 10. So this says fear the power of Yahweh BAHASHAM Yahawashi's majesty. Now remember, if Yahawashai, when he comes back, if the nation when they see him gonna learn war no more, drop their swords and not rise up against each other, that's a red flag to those people that's in Israel right now. Because that's supposed to happen when the Israelites went back to their land. Because it's talk about Yahawashi's kingdom. It says it says so-called Christ, but it's talk about Isaiah prophesying of Yahawashi's kingdom. So this is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 10. It says, enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty. Verse 11, it says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. That is a future prophecy. It said the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. That day is what? Yahawashi's return. The great day of the Lord. The great day of Yahweh BAHASHAM Yahawashi, and when he brings his wrath to the earth and visits the earth which he hath made. And it said the lofty looks of man, the haughtiness, the proud. Trump is haughty. And now he got these regular Joe Schmo Edomites. He got them feeling lofty and prideful. Like we're back. Now we gonna move forward. You should see, if you go, just look up anything on social media, anything involving Trump being in office, especially during this inauguration. Look at the comments. Look what the Edomites are saying, and probably some Jakes are saying, but definitely mostly Edomites. They're feeling real secure. They're feeling real peace and safety. But what did the Lord say? What? They shall save peace and safety, but what? Sudden destruction shall come. And the Lord said, I'm going to read that again. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11, and it reads, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Verse 12, and it says, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. These Edomites have just been lifted up. Trump feel lifted up because he's lifting them up. And the elites are lifting him up. These elites know the skinny. They know what time it is, man. But these Edomites, they think that everything is good. They think themselves to be in a good case. They thinking they finally going, go back to, being comfortable. Because they said they weren't that comfortable in Biden off. They think they're going to be comfortable now that Trump is in office. Little do they know, it's about to get more uncomfortable. It's going to get more fucked up. And it's going to be beyond Trump's control. I don't know how the Lord going to have it, but eventually these people are going to know that Trump is not for them either. I'm going to jump down to verse 17 because I like that loftiness. It says, and the loftiness of men, which is like pride, loftiness of man, shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. So he said that twice. The Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Not Trump. Trump is being exalted right now. That's who's being exalted right now in the land and right now on the earth. It's Trump. Everybody's looking forward. Everybody was looking towards, not looking towards, but everybody was paying attention to when Trump got inaugurated. All these other countries were talking about who won the election. Then now after Trump gets inaugurated, but you still had Russia and Iran just make a pact, a 20-year pact, 3 days before Trump got inaugurated. And who knows what else is happening? Yesterday, a border patrol was shot in the neck and died at the border, and they said by a so-called immigrant. Remember, the prophecies are still coming to pass. Jacob Trouble's still coming. The third woe is still coming. The MOTB is still coming. It don't matter that Trump is going to be the one to bring it all. Lord willing. Lord willing that Donald Trump is the last president America sees. And it would make sense because that's when they were boasting greatly. This is the proudest you've seen Esau in a while. Especially with the last, like almost 15, 20 years? If you go back from Obama to what? Obama was 08. So that's 17 years. Yeah, almost 20 years. That Esau really hasn't been to his highest pride level. But now that Trump is bringing that back out, bringing them horns back out, these Edomites. But that's to their destruction, though. That's what they don't understand. Trump is not going to be able to stop this. It says this Isaiah chapter 2, verse 18, and it says, and the idols he shall utterly abolish. Trump is an idol. He's going to be abolished. Verse 19, it says, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty when he arises to shake terribly the earth. That's who you need to be looking out for. They all praising Trump. Wait till Yahawashi gets back here. That's where everybody going to know that that's the one to be praised. What did King David say? He is worthy to be praised. The one true living God and his son. Yahawashi is coming back to bring the glory and elevate the name of Yahawah, the Heavenly Father, the first. Well, the creator of the creator. The creator of Yahawashi. That's why we say Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi. That's a two-headed combo of the one true living God. The Father and the Son. It says he shall arise to shake terribly the earth. Now that didn't happen with them small heads now. This is a prophecy that hasn't come to pass yet, but it's slow. It's gradually approaching. And hell, I can say speedily approaching. The Lord said he's shortening the days. Watch how fast we'll see how fast 2025 go. Here it is in January 2025. Let's see how fast we get to October 2025, then now November, then December. And then it's going to be a whole nother year, 2026. And they talk about by 2030, they want to have the whole beast system up and running. This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 20, and it says, and that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats. And that's all these nations, not just Esau, all these nations. He said he's going to shake terribly the earth. How is he going to do that? With the first and foremost, the destruction of America and the deliverance of the elect of Israel. All the nations, they're going to see the sanctified in the sight of many nations. These other nations are going to see the deliverance of Israel, the elect. And they're going to see the destruction of Esau. They're going to see the destruction of America. Because remember, not all the places on earth are going to be utterly destroyed, just the daughter of Babylon, which is America. So these other nations, that's why he said they shall wail because of her. They shall lament at her burning. Because the Lord is going to set this bitch on fire. This fucking whore. It says, this is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 21, and it reads, to go into the clefts of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks, for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. Say what? They're going to go in their little bunkers, their underground dwellings. They're going to leave America. These elites, well, they're not in America, but these officials that are in a fucking loop enough that's going to get the go-ahead to leave America, those going to be the first people Yahawashi and elect get. You think Trump is going to stay in America once it's deemed that, yo, they about to shoot the missiles over here? If you don't pass natural death. But at the end of the day, it don't matter. The whole house of Esau going to go into captivity. If you die as an Edomite now, you're going to come back in the reincarnation and be a freaking slave. And then that's when you're going to come back in the reincarnation with Yahawashi on the earth. And his people glorified after him, under him, on the earth. On earth as it is in heaven. Yahawashi is coming to bring earth to that. That's why he said the glory of his majesty. That's why they're going to be afraid. Because he's not going to be delivering everybody. He's going to be destroying most people. And Esau, no, they're getting the worst destruction. That's why all these celebrities are leaving America. Celebrities building bunkers, you know? This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 22, and it reads, cease ye from man whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein is he to be accounted of? Hey, there you go. Man, yo, Donald Trump ain't gonna be able to save nobody. And it says he gonna shake terribly the earth. I'm gonna read 21 again. Isaiah 2 and 21, it says, to go into the clefts of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks, for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. That's what the Yahawashi come back to do. Why don't they talk about that in the churches? It says in this King James, this regular Bible, it said that Isaiah was prophesying what? The coming of Yahawashi's kingdom. Isaiah, the 2nd chapter. All you go to end in Revelation. Even in the Apocrypha, it talks about Yahawashi's kingdom. 2nd entrance, the 13th chapter, it talks about when Yahawashi comes down to the earth. 2nd Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, or is that 1st Thessalonians? I wonder if Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, which says they shall meet him in the air. I hope to be one of them. Because Yahawashi has come back. He's come back to save the ones he come to save. And after they're saved, everyone else is getting judgment. And the Lord is not going to be talking to them, but he's talking right now through his prophets, which I hope to be part of the prophets. But he's talking through men of warning the world of what's to come and what he's going to do when he comes back to the earth. And you got our people that don't believe on him. That's what's crazy. 21, for the fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty. It says, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. Does that sound like it's going to be good? Why would they be running underground? It says for the fear. Why would they be running in the fear of the Lord if everybody's supposed to be getting delivered when he come back? That's what the Christian churches say. But this says that they shall run into the clefts of the rocks, under the ragged rocks. For the fear, it says for the fear. It says for fear of the Lord and for the glory of his majesty. Why do they fear the Lord if the Lord coming to deliver everybody? And add on, since that's the Old Testament, let's go into the New Testament. I'm going to go back to Revelation, which is one of my favorites, chapters and verses. Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 6. Oh, shit. This is Isaiah, excuse me. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse, I'm going to start at 14, and it says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. And I was going to talk about what? The missiles. They saw it like a scroll, like a mushroom cloud that a nuclear blast makes. That's what John saw. And that's how he described it. And that's what's coming. That's what's coming. They already got the technology out and about, and they just increasing it more and more. You got Iran talk, they unveiling secret naval nuclear facilities and whatnot. You got America showing off their nukes, Russia showing off their nukes, China talk about nukes. Everybody talk about nukes all of a sudden, right? Why is that? Because the Lord is mustering the host of the battle. That's a fact. And nobody gonna stop this. The Lord said, who can stay his hand? It says, Revelation chapter 6, verse 15, and it reads, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. So why are they hiding? The Christian church said that everybody's going to be saved. Oh, everybody's going to be with when Jesus comes back, everybody's going to be good. You have that doctrine. That's what they say. But in that day, that's not going to be what they're going to believe. That's going to be what they're experiencing. Because in the midst of all that, the missiles flying, that's when Yahawashi comes back. And it says, continuing on, Revelation chapter 6, verse 16, it says, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Now the Lamb is Yahawashi, because what? Metaphorically, he was symbolic as a lamb when he went on the cross. So why are they saying to hide them? Why hide them from him? If they saying that, and when you go to Christian church, they saying, everybody can be saved. Everybody has a chance. Everybody don't have a chance. Matter of fact, most people don't have a chance. That's why the salvation is going to be so wonderful. Because it's going to be a small sanctuary. It's going to be a small remnant. That's why the Lord's always talking about a remnant of Israel. His first fruits. Everybody else is going to get judged. That's what the Lord. That's why he said he loves judgment. So when the Lord comes and delivers those that are not supposed to experience the judgment of the destruction of Esau's kingdom and Esau, you gonna be delivered. But that's a small number. That's a small population. It said many more shall perish than be saved. That's an apocrypha, which I don't have. This Revelation chapter 6, verse 17, and it says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? That's what's about to come. So Trump ain't gonna be able to stop that. It said all the rich men, Trump is nothing but a rich man. He's a king. Mighty man, if you will, some would say. Well, he ain't serving no war, but what? He's a king. He's a rich man. So he's in that category. He ain't gonna be able to, he's gonna be one of the people saying, hide, telling the rocks, fall on us and hide us from him that sits on the throne. That's talking about Yahawashi. Why do you got some people saying hide us from him if everybody's supposed to be delivered? That he'll go show that Christian doctrine is bullshit, man. This in the New Testament. It's the last book. So how they gonna get off and say, oh, that's the Old Testament? Well, that's Revelation. The last chapter of the Bible, period. Hey, it is what it is. Well, man, and I mean, it is what it is. Just to hope we part. Hey, man, that's why we hope to be prisoners of hope, man. We hoping to be part of the elect, man, because like, yo, man, it's gonna get crazy out here. It's already crazy, but it's gonna get even crazier than it is now. It's what, January 21st, 2025? Who knows what freaking March 2025 gonna bring, or freaking August 2025 gonna bring, or December 2025 gonna bring, then into 2026. This is a freaking movie. This is a movie we in right now. But yeah, man. That's pretty much it. So, with that, Lord willing is edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the Apostles of Israel, aka the Apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim, continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom, shalom to all watching. Amen. We almost out of here. Watch as well as pray. Do what you got to do, man, because the time is nigh. It said that the day of the Lord, what it said. I'm going to read that again. Revelation 6 and 17. Revelation 6 and 17. Revelation 6 and 17, it says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? The great day, whose wrath? Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, not Allah's, not Buddha's. The God of Jacob. That's why the nations are going to come and worship the God of Jacob. That's why they're going to worship the nation of Israel. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, chosen. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.